So I've been thinking about this mass shooting stuff, right? And I think that one problem that we have in America is we all want to say, well, our politicians should do this or our politicians should do that. We want to get on Facebook and we want to say, well, this person should do that and this person should do this or whatever. And I think one thing that we're lacking is any kind of idea on what we should do as individuals. What should Michael Miller do to help the situation? What should you do to help the situation? How can we actually make a difference? And I have some suggestions. If you see a human being that has experienced an event of loss, talk to them. If you see someone that is maybe reacting to an event of loss, and they're not reacting in a positive way. Of course, people react negatively to an event of loss, but I mean, if it's more of a catastrophic kind of reaction, talk to them. How would you even know if a person, or how would you even know that a person has had an event of loss to begin with? I mean, if you're sitting across a cubicle at work from someone who is about to go shoot up a school, how would you know that if you never engaged them? Now look, I'm not a super extrovert. Sure, I like to talk. But I'm not comfortable just approaching random strangers either. But if you notice that something's off, if there's the pieces to a puzzle that are there that tells you something's not right, maybe you should approach people and say, hey, are you okay? Or when people have the casual greeting of the day, hey, how are you doing? Maybe you stop and you say, hey, how are you really doing? How about we care for each other and actually talk to each other? When you go to the grocery store and you see that cashier that normally has a chipper face, but today she or he is sad, now why don't you say, hey, are you okay? No, for real, are you okay? I'm willing to talk if you need to. You know? And listen to people's stories. Because we can't put the pieces of the puzzle together if we don't talk to people. We don't care about people. So I'm going to have more to say about this in the future. But for right now, what I'm begging and pleading with you all to do is try more to engage human beings. And we'll talk later about what to do if things don't look right and how to process that and what to do. But first off, notice when people have events of loss and notice when people aren't reacting well because they might be thinking about suicide or they might be thinking about homicide. So again, we'll talk more, but this is just the first thing. So let's pay attention to each other. Let's listen to the warning signs of suicide and homicide and pay attention to events of loss and pay attention to how people react to those events of loss. And talk to your neighbor so you'll actually recognize an event of loss instead of being surprised to find out that your friends, your family, your coworkers, your neighbors are dealing with something. So let's take care of each other. Let's notice stuff so we can help each other.